Good day everyone, my name is Wookiee Monster and today we're going to be going over Ancient Cities. Ancient Cities was first brought to the public eye back in June 2017 when they launched their Kickstarter and Indiegogo campaigns. As you can see here, Ancient Cities is a city survival strategy builder game designed for you to start back in the nomadic ancient times and kind of build up a population and a city as time goes on. You can start back as early as 10,000 BC, which is actually pretty neat. So this team is a really small indie team, and here it says we can explore different places and ages around the world with you, Greece, Rome, including the Middle Ages. So they do plan to kind of start expanding upon their timelines as well. These are some of the main features in the game, and I won't spend a whole lot of time on this, so if you really want to deep dive into it, I recommend pausing the video. But as you can see from some of the key points here, you can build defenses, you have to kind of handle natural disasters, there's politics, religion, and different kind of things you have to take into account when it comes to people's personalities, and there's going to be different simulated kind of factions and fighting with the different tribes and potentially animals as well. So it's actually pretty interesting. They do show potential gameplay and what things could look like throughout here as well, so I recommend following their Twitter account just to be on the safe side, and or going to their website to kind of continue and get these updates. Now to kind of carry on with the game. This game was released for early access on December 17th of 2020. So it's been in development for about 3 years since the public first kind of got their glimpse. Like I said before, I did back this game back in 2017. So I'm going to be breaking these videos down into kind of simple, smaller kind of strategy videos, since this does kind of have a larger learning curve from what I've noticed from the forums and the Discord channel as well. If you're curious about the website and their Discord, I will be posting the links below. That way you don't have to go digging for them yourself. Now clicking on this game here, as you can see, I have played this game before just to kind of get a grasp of everything, but we will start a brand new game just so we can kind of show everything and all the features. As you can see from this upper right hand corner, you can start from anywhere in between these times. The farther back in time you go, the harder it gets, as you can see with the weather changes. The farther back you go, the more snow there is, especially if you start in the winter months. So you're pretty much going to be stuck with snow no matter where you go. We can start farther back here, but I do recommend not doing that if you're not familiar with the game. But for learning purposes, we can start back here. Now, I highly recommend starting near a body of water just to be on the safe side. So what I always do is I start on water and I kind of go back until I hit land. Let's start in the spring just to give us a little bit of a chance here. So now you can see the weather, everything how it looks, and let's start the game. So this is real time, even though we have not set up camp yet. So keep in mind, if you do not hit pause right away, your tribe will begin to consume a lot of their dry fish. It's extremely important to pause when you get to this screen, because you want to look at your members and see if this is exactly how you would like to start. As you can see, we do have quite a bit of children in our tribe, which will help us later on. We also have 3 grown women who are of childbearing age, which will help us in increasing our population quite drastically. The only downside with there being a lot of children in our tribe is that we're most likely going to have to make them work, but I'll discuss that in another video. So for now, let's try to get our tribe in a location that is really ideal for us. I did select here, but I'm kind of considering either moving over here or even up here. I want them near a body of water, but I also kind of want them close to some land as well, and not super far away where vegetation is not going to be present. So in order to move your tribe exactly where you want them, you're going to want to select here. This is the migrate button, and you're able to kind of have them move anywhere and everywhere. Obviously, you can't have them move out to the water, but please keep in mind that this is a vast area of land. So you want them extremely close to the water, you're gonna need to put this on the water and kind of slowly back into it if you want them right on the edge here, which is what we're going to do. Once you select that, your tribe's going to slowly start moving over. We'll hit play so you can actually see the animation of this. Watching the left-hand side of the screen, you will notice that eventually fish storage may go down or not. This is a pretty short distance, so I don't think it will, but if you do decide to travel farther distances, this will decrease your supply. So once you land, I highly recommend pausing the game yet again. So we kind of need to figure out where exactly the water and everything is, so I recommend kind of scrolling out in this game. You can see that we have water back here. We have somewhat decent trees. We have a lot of stone here. We have definitely a lot of hay and everything like that. So if we scroll over, we can kind of see where we picked to stay. I still recommend kind of scrolling over. The reason why I say this is because we want to see, okay, is there a lot of food out here? One way to kind of see if there's really a good amount of food is looking here. These areas here are clams. These are really good food sources. So there's plenty of clams in this area, which is pretty great for us to settle in. This water isn't very deep either, which allows our villagers to kind of go out and fish if they need to. If we scroll in a lot more and we hit play, we may be able to actually see fish populations. So let's kind of scroll and see if we can find any. All right, so here's our first fish population. As you can see, it will glow with this symbol right here. And if you hit play, you'll actually see them kind of swimming around in a circle. It's kind of easier to see from higher above. One thing I did just to be sure on the safe side is this. You can draw a big circle and it actually show how much fish are in the area. I'm going to pause because I don't want my villagers coming over here. But in this specific area, there's actually not a whole lot of fish, which is a little unfortunate, which is okay because there's tons of clams in the area. So we'll be able to survive off that alone. So I think my best bet is to probably make my area somewhat close to here. I want to have a lot of vegetation. I need to have a lot of sticks because keep in mind, sticks are needed for practically everything in this game. And the farther away you are, just think about having to walk this whole way with 1 or 2 sticks. It's not very pleasant. So we kind of want near an area that has a lot of trees and everything like that. So instead of trying to find my villagers, I'm just going to go here. I see that they're not too far off the bank I was looking at. So I think I might just end up building my base over here. Close enough to the water, close enough to some sticks, and there's still some vegetation. Once you pick somewhat of a decent area to kind of settle your tribe in, now we can kind of start getting into the game. This is kind of where I'm going to stop. I just wanted to show you the kind of bare bones of everything. In my next video, we will kind of go over how to settle everything and kind of get going for the rest of the game. But thank you very much for stopping by, and I hope to see you next video. Thank you.